Yo, what's going on YouTube? It's your boy DLloyd and welcome to the very first episode of our Utah State NCAA 14 Dynasty Mode series. So I looked at all of the comments in the last video asking what team you guys wanted to rock with, and a lot of you guys, it kind of surprised me, wanted to go with Utah State. So here it is, we're ready to get this dynasty kicked off. First things first, I got to go ahead and make my coach. Pretty much nothing different the way I always go ahead and make my coach. As for the playbook, I decided to actually go ahead and we're going to use Utah State's playbook. I looked at a lot of the plays in the playbook. I looked at a lot of the games in real life. I like the way they play. We're going to go ahead and try to run a similar style of ball. Now, in terms of our settings, nothing has really changed. If you haven't seen any of my Dynasty Mode series, this is going to be our sliders, so you can definitely go ahead and feel free to copy these, and you guys can enjoy a pretty good game as well. Now, these are our game rules right here. Then I have the sliders on the very next screen, and you see a lot of them are low. Do not really hesitate because a lot of the computers is low as well. And like I said, it gives, at least for me, it gives me a very good gameplay, and I really like and I really enjoy these slider sets. But I'm definitely excited to get this Dynasty Mode started for you guys. It's been a while since I played NCAA 14, so this should be a very good one. Utah State is only a 2-star team, so quite a lot of rebuilding we have to go with. But Kent Myers is going to be our guy to start things off. 83 overall, 87 speed at quarterback, only a junior, so hopefully we can go ahead and keep him for at least 2 seasons. So I'm definitely looking forward to playing with him, especially in this offense. Should be a whole lot of fun. Our quarterbacks as a whole don't look that bad. As for running backs, we could probably go ahead and try to upgrade at some point, but I think they'll be decent for right now, and they should be able to at least get the job done. We have no fullbacks whatsoever, so we probably have to go ahead and try to recruit one. As for receivers, we have a ton of receivers on this roster. I don't know why we have so many receivers. Nobody really stands out as being fantastic. I know Williams has a 92 speed, which is the fastest of the bunch, but nobody really stands out. Tight ends, we definitely need to go ahead and upgrade this as soon as we can because our tight ends don't look that good, and our offensive line doesn't really have a lot of depth. So we have decent players on our line for right now, but as soon as they leave, don't really have a lot of backup, so that is going to be a focus as well when it comes to recruiting, trying to get a lot of pretty good linemen in behind them so they can try to develop and get on the field as quickly as possible. As for our defensive line looks pretty decent also. So if we take a look at our actual defensive ends right here, we got one guy 80 speed, 77 speed. I like our defensive ends to be pretty quick because I like them to try to get to the quarterback, with the pass rush, but we don't have the fastest defensive ends in the world right now. Hopefully that will change over time. Defensive tackles, nothing to brag about, but they're not terrible, so we'll go ahead and rock with what we got. We are running that 4-3, so we need 2 defensive tackles pretty much at all times. Left outside linebacker, I like that 81 speed. Middle linebacker, 82 speed, and for the most part, our linebackers have pretty decent speed. That is pretty much a plus at all times. I like to have coverage type of linebackers, especially if we play against a spread team. You want to have as much speed on the defensive side of the ball to counteract the speed on the offensive side of the ball. Corners, not a lot of depth here. We got Jalen Davis. He's going to be our guy. He is a junior. And then we got Daniel Gray, who's a senior, so we know for sure he is leaving after this year. But besides that, not a lot of depth when it comes to our corners, but our safeties look pretty good. I definitely like Devin Sanders right there, 89 speed, 82 overall with 91 acceleration. I think this guy will be pretty good. And then our strong safety, Dalen Levitt, I believe you say his name, 89 speed, 73 overall, not the highest overall, but decent speed at the strong safety position. Then we have our kickers, and of course we have to go ahead and get a new kicker for next season. So taking a look at the rushers, we want to redshirt one of our quarterbacks just because we have a little too many on our depth chart. No point of having a freshman on the actual active roster. As for our running backs, we're not going to redshirt nobody. Really no point of doing that either. Receivers, we have so many, so we're going to only go ahead and redshirt Rashard Lewis because he is a freshman. So we're going to go ahead and redshirt him, keep the rest of all these receivers we have on this roster. Really no point of redshirting them. Nobody stands out to me anyway. Hopefully we can recruit some top guys later on, at least a couple years down the road. Tight ends, nobody's going to be redshirted. We are going to redshirt one center, and we're going to also redshirt a right tackle. But besides that, our offensive line is going to pretty much stay packed. As for our defensive line, really not going to do too much over there as well. Our linebackers, I like them. We have 2 freshmen left outside linebackers. We're going to redshirt one of them, keep the other one on the active roster just in case of injury, anything like that, and pretty much do the exact same thing on the right outside linebacker position. Corners, we're going to go ahead and redshirt our worst corner. He is a freshman. Hopefully he can develop, be at least a 70 overall, close to that next season. As terms of our free safeties, not going to redshirt nobody. Then we will redshirt one strong safety. And then looking at our schedule, I did change it up just a little bit. Our first game is going to be at Maryland. We're going to go at Air Force, take on UTEP at home. Play against Utah. It's going to be week 4 now instead of week 1, but that's still going to be at Utah. Then of course we have our Mountain West schedule, which isn't too tough, but we do take on Boise State. But this year we have Boise State at home, so that should definitely help us out at least just a little bit, because we have quite a good home field advantage. I think we're ranked 44 on toughest places to play, which kind of surprised me. But for our 4-year outlook, not so great. 74 this year, 93rd next year, 80th, and then 100 in 2016. So hopefully we can go ahead and change that and have these going in an upward direction. But that is pretty much all I have for this episode, you guys. I hope you guys are just as excited as I am for this series. If you are, please go ahead and leave this video a like. Subscribe if you haven't already, you guys. You see right here, this is our All-Americans for the All-Mountain West Conference. Had a couple of players on here, nobody on the second team. Hopefully we can change that next season and change that at the end of this year. But like I said, I'm super excited to be bringing this back to the channel. If you guys have any recommendations, anything like that, let me know in the comment section below. It's your boy D Lloyd. I'm gonna see y'all next time. Peace.
You just lead us up to me. I can show you my world. We can go through it all. You just leave it up to me.